Hi there. In this QuickBooks online video, we'll quickly look at foreign currency, that is multiple currencies. So I'm in Canada, so we'll be using Canadian dollars as our home currency, and for our foreign currency, we'll be using US dollars. I'm going to quickly log in. And I'll go ahead and turn on multiple currencies. So that's the gear icon. And then account and settings. And then advanced. And you can scroll down and find advanced. There we go. And find currency. I'll click on the little pencil here. And I'll turn on multi-currency. And I'll choose I understand and save. And I'm done. So what I'm going to quickly do is create a US dollar bank account. So I'll choose accounting, chart of accounts, new, bank, I'll use checking, and this will be RBC USD account. Again, I'm in Canada, so my home currency is Canadian. US dollars will be my foreign currency. And I'll choose US dollars. So that field becomes available once I turn multiple currencies on, and I'll choose save and close. I'm going to quickly do a transfer from my savings account to my US dollar account that I just created. So I'll choose new, journal entry, transfer would probably work as well. I want $2,000 US, so I'm going to use US dollars here. I'm going to leave that as today, and I'm going to debit that account I just created, $2,000. And I'll credit my savings account if I have one. I'll just use raw by checking. I'll choose save and close. So if I look at my chart of accounts right now, that's reports for my accountant. Trial balance. You see for my USD account, I have a Canadian balance being expressed there. So all transactions get converted to Canadian dollars, even though the balance of this account at the bank is US dollars. For the purposes of the bookkeeping, it's converted to Canadian dollars. I'm going to quickly create a US vendor. So expenses, suppliers, new supplier, and I'm just going to use, I'm just going to add something for the display name. So this is Southwest Processors Incorporated. And this is a US vendor, or a supplier, I should say. Same thing. So I'm going to add 38 days for return, US dollars, and I'll choose save. I'm going to quickly purchase something from that supplier. I'll purchase on account. So expenses, suppliers, expenses, new transaction, and a bill is on account. Southwest processors. Again, I'm going to use today as the date. I'll tag hardware, and we're going to purchase 3 processors. And notice the price gets converted to US dollars. In Canada, if you purchase from the US, you don't have to pay any tax. So either exempt or 0 rated, and I'll choose save and close. Again, everything gets converted to Canadian dollars. And I'll quickly pay that bill as well. So if you look at the list of transactions here, I'm just going to close that sidebar there. There's the bill there. I'm going to choose make a payment, and I'm going to pay from that RBC USD account. And save and close. I'm going to quickly create a US customer. So I'll choose a sidebar again, and sales, customers, new customer, and this is Amanda Jackson. Again, I'll add terms for her. So net 30 means we have to pay her within 30 days, and she's US dollars. And we can also choose default tax for customers. So I'm going to say exempt. So that'll override the taxes on the inventory items. And I'll choose save. And I'll sell her something, again on account. So I'm just going to quickly record a sale from Amanda Jackson. So I'll choose sales, invoices, create invoice for Amanda Jackson. I'm going to use yesterday as the invoice. Just imagine that yesterday's exchange rate was 1.27. And I'll choose okay. Amanda Jackson at 30, and she's buying an Acer laptop. Again, of course, it gets converted to US dollars, and I'll choose, and since we chose tax exempt for Amanda Jackson, it overrides that inventory item. Its sales tax was GST and PST. And I'll choose save and close. So I'm going to receive a payment from Amanda. So she's now paying today at a different exchange rate, today's exchange rate. And she's paying via check, number 689, and it's going to the USD account. And I'll choose save and close. So since Amanda purchased an item on account at one exchange rate and then paid her account at another exchange rate on another day, the exchange gain and loss account has been affected. So if I go to my trial balance, you see that we have this exchange gain and loss account affected by the difference between those two exchange rates. So that is using multiple currencies. So again, we switched on multiple currencies, created a US bank account, a US supplier, bought something from that US supplier, paid for it using our US bank account, created a US customer, sold something to that US customer. They paid into our US bank account at a different exchange rate than we had sold the item to them at. So again, the gain and loss account was affected. Thanks so much for watching.